Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Aussie Starcraft. The weekend is here, and what better way to start it than by watching a fantastic Starcraft game. So we have an excellent game for you this evening. It is a game between LiquidTaeja, our blue Terran, in the bottom left-hand corner, and a red Zerg in the top right-hand corner, who is LiquidTLO. Now, the map is, of course, Starstation, so it should be an excellent game. This map tends to favour at least 2 or 3 base aggression, so should have an excellent matchup between these two players. Now, I got to tell you, I saw this replay and, well, there was just no choice in my mind. I couldn't help myself but to cast it. Why, you may ask? Well, we have 2 of the great players from Team Liquid going at it head-to-head, and what's even better is they are 2 of my favourite StarCraft 2 players. We have Taeja in the bottom left-hand corner. If you're not familiar with Taeja, fantastically successful Terran player, had a great year last year, a similarly good a year this year, and just consistently excellent performer. Seen so many excellent games out of him in recent times. One of the most memorable was a game that looked like the Protoss player had him on the ropes. I forget who the Protoss player was. Protoss player decimated him, had a clear lead, and Taeja, ballsy as ever, pulled what little Marines and Marauders he had left, pulled his SCVs off the line and managed to just carry the game and take out the Protoss player. It was just absolutely phenomenal and just consistently high level of play, so we expect a great game out of him. We can see he's opening with a pretty standard Terran opening, got his gas going and his barracks, so we'll see him drop a Reaper as soon as he hits 50 gas. Over on the Zerg side we see TLO, and now you guys have heard me fanboy TLO quite a bit. TLO is one of my favourite StarCraft players of all time. Not because he's been massively successful, and he is an excellent player in his own right. Don't get me wrong, but that's not why I love him. I love him because of his fantastic play style. He is consistently innovative and amusing, and always willing to try crazy tricks to get ahead in the game. So if you're going to see something new, you're likely to see it out of TLO. So as a Zerg player myself, I love to watch him and see just what crazy shenanigans he gets up to. So have a Reaper moving out across the map. Remember, this isn't so much to do damage as it is to just get a good scout off. Starstation is a great ledge for Terran players to exploit. They can jump back and forward quite a bit. You can see a second Reaper on the way. And now this Reaper will likely just be prodding away at these drones, but I think we'll see TLO's micro sufficient to... You'll see he manages to convert all these drones into buildings, so that once he gets rid of this Reaper, he can just cancel those buildings and go back to work. Oh, almost got that drone, but managed to just save it by Morphine Extractor. Queens at both bases will be able to drive this away, and both players should stabilise. Second Reaper joining the first, probably get to pick off these Zerglings, but unlikely to do a whole lot of damage beyond that. These Reapers just continuing to make themselves a nuisance. You'll see they've got the combat drugs upgrade, so they regenerate health quite quickly out of combat. You can see it rushing back up to 60. If we take a look at LiquidTaeja, we can see he's going for a 3cc opening. Very standard out of Terran in the current metagame. They love to go 3 quick command centres and power along on 3 bases. We'll see what TLO elects to do to react to this. Quite standard but greedy Terran play. Will we see some sort of timing attack out of TLO, or will he similarly go for a long macro game? 3 Reapers now on the high ground will start to pose a bit of a threat to these Queens, so Queens grouping up to drive these back. 4th Reaper on the way. This is an unusually high amount of Reapers, but we'll see what sort of damage they've been able to deal. Most of that damage I think we'll see is actually structures that were built and cancelled. Perhaps 1 drone kill or a couple of drone kills, but no, actually 1 drone kill and some cancelled buildings. So back to the production tab. See Taeja's following this up with some Hellion play, so we'll see some Hellions join these Reapers to try and deny any Crusade. Oh, nice stop from TLO there on the high ground with the Zerglings. Continuing to spread this creep with his spare Queens. And as soon as Zergling's speed finishes up, this Terran aggression should be forced back. But anything these guys can pick off is just bonus damage. Creep Tumor there will force the Queens to spend more energy. Now we've got some Hellions here as well, is very dangerous to groups of Zerglings, and we'll see if TLO can get enough out in time to prevent this from doing any serious damage. Queen continuing to be a bit of a pest from the high ground, more and more Lings finishing up. Now, TLO really wants to engage before these additional Hellions get here, but we are now up to 4 Hellions, 4 Reapers, so it's a much more substantial group. We have TLO wanting to take his third base, is the 8-minute mark, and as you'll see, we have quite good saturation coming up from Taeja, almost at 16 saturation on a natural. Main base perfectly saturated, so shortly we'll have Taeja wanting to take his third as well, and if TLO can't get his third before Taeja, he could be in significant trouble. For those of you not aware, you really do not... nice positioning from Taeja, forcing those Zerglings into these choke points and getting great splash damage, but TLO managing to get this around and clean up all those but one Reaper. Look at the units lost tab, it is favouring TLO. Taeja had great positioning, but unfortunately for him those Lings did get this round and pinned him in there. I find with the Hellions, if you can move them through gaps like this and then attack move back through the gap, so you attack and torch the Zerglings while they're in a line and then move away, generally tends to do the most damage. But unfortunately for Taeja, he got a bit pinned down there. We swap to the production tab, we can see Stimpack and +1/+1 on the way for our Terran. Taeja also pushing out his tanks. He's got a first tank here to help defend. We can see these Ling counterattacks moving out across the map. Oh, pardon me, there's some stuff I wanted to talk about, but this game's just gotten underway very quickly and not giving me much of an opportunity to talk about other things. Siege tank on the high ground, going to clean up a number of those Lings, up to 5 kills already. And see TLO just starting to macro up and saturate his third base. Zerg, it's very crucial that they get their gas up in this matchup. Without the gas, they really are going to struggle against the Bioforce. Marine and Marauder has a great damage output, and the only way that Zerg can really go toe-to-toe with that is good Baneling connections, good at use of Infestors and other units like that. Stimmed up Marine and Marauder backed up by Medivacs, you're going to require a lot of gas heavy units to deal with it. So see TLO taking his gases now, a bit delayed over what you'd perhaps see in a standard game because of that Reaper aggression. And we see Taeja powering on 3 bases now. Feel like there was a Medivac that was just loaded up. We haven't quite oh no, it was the bunker sound. Units being loaded in the bunker. Now while we're waiting for these two guys, I just want to thank everyone that's subscribed to the channel lately, and a lot of new subscribers and a lot of new viewers lately. We really appreciate your support. Some of you have left us some great feedback, and you'll see we're taking that into consideration in our casts. A lot of you commented that you like to see the production tab. I know I swap between them a fair bit just to get an indication what's going on, but we'll try to keep that in mind and leave that up as often as possible. This is what I love out of TLO. You'll notice this creep isn't connected to other creep. That's because TLO would have used an Overlord to drop creep and then spammed a bunch of creep tumors with one of his spare queens before pulling back. It's that sort of innovative creep spread and things that make TLO such a fun player to watch. See, this Overlord already spreading creep down here. Make sure there's opportunities for him to both spread creep and deny potential expansion. So wouldn't be surprised if we see an Overlord over here start dropping creep. That's just to prevent the Terran player being able to sneak bases unawares. Taeja going to clean up some of these Overlords. But, oh, no, yep, going to clean that one up, and down he goes, exploding a mess of Overlord giblets. TLO trying to move up to his 4th base, but we have these Marines moving out. I'm surprised we haven't seen a few Banelings out. The number of Marines Taeja tends to favour make Banelings quite a popular choice, but it looks like TLO's going to go straight for the Ultralisk. Ultralisk cabin going down there. Quite a, well, not a super quick hive, but a fairly quick hive, and quite quick to be seen Ultralisks around the 15-minute mark. So in spite of the early aggression, so both of these players moving up the tech tree quite well. Taeja +2/+2 on the way, and drilling claws for the Widow Mine. So I think we'll see quite a fun conflict out of these two players as they macro up. Taeja abusing the elevator use of the medevac, going from high ground to low ground and driving these Zerglings nuts, but that being able to be cleaned up by the Banelings on the low ground. This Marine going to go to town on the Spawn Crawler. Oh, if that wasn't the luckiest evac ever, that Marine managed to jump across the gap and into the medevac. I think that's a little bit optimistic of the Marine's jumping abilities, but he will die in a blaze there, and Taeja's going to make a move for this 4th base. That's crucial for TLO to keep this alive, but these Widow Mines proving highly effective. 6, 13, 3 kills there, 5 kills there. Those Widow Mines accounting for some 20 or 30 Zerglings. TLO working hard to clean these up. He really needs to get rid of these Widow Mines. They're so cost effective against this Baneling, Zergling aggression that TLO is using. So really needs to clean these up. A few mutas to clean up these medevacs wouldn't go astray. But I don't think we've actually seen a Spire come down yet, so it looks like TLO is fairly committed to these ground units, and we do see his Ultralisk now on the way. If he can hold this 4th base, he'll be in a great position. We see Taeja now moving out to take his 4th, so won't be surprised if we see, nice detonation there, cleans up the remainder of the Marines. See Pathogen Glands on the way, it partners up with Ultralisk nicely. The Infestor's fungal growth, the Marines and Marauders, and the Ultralisk give them great big cuddles with these nice claws. The Marines and Marauders moving into this 4th base in quite perilous circumstances, but the Overlords are going to go and clean up these mines. Queen caught out of position there. First Overlord goes down, Queen's transfuse it. See TLO, this excellent use of these units' abilities, transfusing, Ultralisk come in, transfusing to save the hatchery there. Just very consistent with his use of abilities, and great multitasking. If we check out the APM tab, see TLO hovering between 250 and 300, so great multitasking from TLO there. See him trying to counter-attack with these Ultralisks. This Ultralisk is going to clean up a lot of reinforcements here. 3 kills, 8 kills. It is a Slayer. Can he make it back out of the combat? No, oh no, we do have Marauder slow here, so can he keep these Ultralisks alive? Ultralisks can be incredibly cost effective, able to clean up units and then be healed by Queens where possible. This Ultralisk on low health Taeja should really micro and clean that up. And there he goes. There's every swipe of those giant, I think they're called Kaiser Blades. Yep, every swipe of the Kaiser Blades, massively cost efficient. So see these Ultras just doing massive damage to this bio, and looks like Taeja's really struggling here, which is surprising, but TLO, excellent aggression, able to force this 4th base to lift off, and constant stream of Ultralisks and Zerglings able to do massive damage to the production line and reinforcements of Taeja. Those mines are going to decimate the poor Zerglings, and these SCVs are going to come down and repair the command center. So, what about you guys? Who's your fan favourite? Even in this matchup, I just love TLO's playstyle. I'm always going to be a fanboy. What about you guys? Are you cheering for Dario, our Zerg player TLO, or are you're hoping that takes on for the team and Taeja's able to come out victorious? Zerg vs Terran is one of the more dynamic matchups in the current environment, with most players tending to really enjoy watching it. I agree. The Widow Mines and Banelings make it quite a lot of fun to watch. Very dynamic and movement and positioning based matchup. So I think it makes for great Starcraft. Personally like to cast it, but I promise I'll put more drops in the main base. And you see Taeja's got 3 or 4 things going on at once, pressuring one base, dropping another base or two, doing his very best to keep these Zerg forces milling around in circles. Really needs to take and secure this 4th base. You see his income's shot right up. Dropping these mules has shot his income up to where TLO is on his 4 or 5 mining base, probably mined out in the main, yeah, pretty much, and natural almost mined out as well. So we have Taeja mining essentially on a one base and a half or 2 bases. Oh, TLO positioning, great surround, fungal growth pins the Marines and Marauders in place. Ultralisk able to clean some of these up. You see Taeja's supply has plummeted down to 150. TLO's at a constant 180 to 200. Production tab shows more Zerglings and Ultralisks in the production line. Only 7 Marines and 3 Marauders being produced at a time. These Ultralisks are going to murder these SCVs, and indeed we see that 23 SCVs have gone down, and with that base dropping, whoops, my bad, sorry guys. With that base dropping, we have Taeja GGing out of the game. Oh, totally skipped way further than I intended to. Sorry guys, we have Taeja tapping out with the death of that 4th base. So a great game out of these 2 players, and when my replay finally catches up, we'll see those final few seconds again. Taeja unfortunately unable to keep up with this constant stream of Zerglings and Ultralisks and Banelings. We see these Ultralisks able to rip through the planetary and murder all those SCVs, and Taeja does tap out of the game. So, oh, I did it again. Sorry guys. My bad, I'm just going to pause it there. So, great game out of both these players. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just showing how dynamic and flexible these 2 players are. Particularly TLO, some games you'll see him mucking around with Swarm Hosts or Roach Hydra or Ling Baneling Mutalisk, but this game choosing to go Ultralisk Zergling Infestor just shows what a dynamic player he is. You can see a different build out of him every single time. One of the reasons I love him, and glad to see him pull a win here on the channel. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, we appreciate your support. Go ahead and share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you like to use, and give us a shout out down below. Let us know what you'd like to see. If there's any games that you'd love to see, let us know. We're happy to cast those for you, or send them to Aussie Starcraft replays at gmail.com. Thanks guys, we'll pop this up tonight. I've got a steady stream of videos coming up over the weekend. I have a couple saved up from this week that I plan to pop up, so have plenty more to come over the weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you soon on Aussie Starcraft. Thanks guys.